Today, we are going to see Go language variable declaration, like function declaration, naming convention, packages, and constants. So how can declare the variables in the Go language? Let's see that first. So variable, your name must begin with a letter. So can have any numbers of additional letters and the numbers after that. Okay. So variable name cannot start with the numbers and cannot contain the spaces because there is no space between the two words when you use two words. And if the variable name begin with a lowercase, so if it is begin with a lowercase letter, that variable can be accessed only within the packages. So that's why I say naming convention is one of the important things in the Go language. So let's say if you use the variable begins with a capital letter, okay, it can be exposed or it can be accessed outside of the packages. So you can access that variable from one package to another package. Like how we export in a React.js, we say like export, then we import into another components, right? So it's the same concept. So next, so the name consists of multiple words, like so let's say you use employee name or first name, last name, this also. So you should not have the space in between. The each word after the first name should start with a capital letters. So example like this, name, employee address, something like that. And finally, then variables are case sensitive. Example, if we take a look here, age, and then start with the capital. This is a difference, and age all are caps. This is different. So the all of three are different variables. Okay, they are not same. So it's a very case sensitive. It's the same like other programming languages. So in a Go language, so what is the best way to declare the variables? So it's a short and single word and relevant names. Variable declaration, they have a multiple way you can declare the variables. So variable declaration with the initialization, without initialization, and don't explicitly put the type the mention the type names. Okay, and so you can have a multiple variable declaration, and you can have a short variable declaration. So those are the way you can declare the variable declarations. And so they have the other tools is like scope of the variables. Like a PHP language, we can see like modify access modifiers, private, protected, public, all these, right? So same similar here is like how the scope of the variables is working in a Go language. We are going to see later. And the zero value in Go language. So what is the zero value in Go language? So like each variable when you declare, but without assign the values, it contains always its default to 0. Let's see in the example. So, okay, let's say we jump into the code now. So this is one, I created one file is a main.co, it's an empty file now here. Okay, let's say do the package main, next func main. Now we do first declare the variable without any initialization. So where age int and where first name string where amount float, sorry, float 32 by 64, whichever you can use it. So now what I did, I declared the variable, but I didn't assign any values for this. Okay, so now how we can assign the value? So age is equal 10, first name is equal Subham, sorry, and amount equal 100 points. Why is show red color like error message? Because we declared and we never used that variable. So remember in my first video I mentioned that Go language rules is that you cannot have unused variables because it's a waste of a memory allocation, right? So you can refer my first videos, I explained over that. So now we just import println. My age is here. So why here, so the FMT package is not being imported. Okay, two quick fix, just import. Okay, next, so we just copy paste this. My first name, here is next, print amount is, so we can see the amount here. Okay, so what I did now is I declare the variables and assigns of that. So without initialization. So let's run this code now. Go run my dot go. So expected age is 10, Suba and the $50. So this is how. So next one, what we do now, we declare the variable with the initialization. So which means here, what we are going to do, we take out this, remove all these, then initialize the value for the variables, each variable. Okay, so we run it now. I expect the same results. If you see, yes, exactly, it's the same results. Okay, right? Okay, so next, what we are going to see, typing. If I don't explicitly mention the type here, then what will happen? So this is where I say is a type inference. Okay, variable declaration with type inference. Let's see the example now. Let's say what I'm going to do it here. I remove the types. Okay, I remove the type. So this is another way to you can declare the variables without mentioning the type. So Go supports to detect or define the types based on the variable which you assign to the each variable, based on the value assigned to the each variable. So if it is see how, so and we, so I expect the same result. Okay, that's good. But I want to see what is the type, what is the type for the each variable. So let's say we just take a look. What is the type? Okay, so empty dot println each type is reflect. That is one of the built-in package you can use of age. So this one will show what is the data type of each variable. First name, next amount. So we can know out what is the type of the each variable. Okay, so let's execute. You see, age type is integer, string, and this is a float 64. Okay, even though I never mentioned that, so what is the data type for this? So why it took 64, because it's a 64-bit. So if you use a 34-bit, then you will get 34. Sorry, 32. If you use a 32, then you will get the 32. Okay, so this is how the variable uh, declarations happen without mentioning your data types. Next, we are going to see multiple variable declaration. Yes, you can do the multiple variable declaration. So how you can do multiple variable declaration? Let's say age 10, then let's say put last name. The last name is not being used here. So what we are going to call here, I put my last name. Cool. Let's run it. See, my first name is Siva, my last name is Karan. So you can declare the variables, it's multiple variables in a single lines. Okay. Next, what we are going to see next is short variable declaration. Okay. How is a short variable declaration works in the Go language? So what we are going to do now is, let's say we check remove this, then I remove the word keyword. Okay. Remove it. Now you see the error because it is undefined. Let's see, sorry. Okay, now you see, it will show is undefined age. First name is undefined. So how to do the short declaration is colon and equal. So what Go language do, it will takes the what is the type based on the value, it assign the type for this variable, and also it initialize the variable, assign the variable value to the variable. So for here also the Suba is a string value is assigned to the first name, and the data types also is detected or defined based on the value of the variable. So let's say we run the same again. So I'm expecting the same value. Okay, just I clear first. See, is exactly same. So this is where how you can do the short declaration. Next, we're going to say zero value variable. What is a zero value in Golang? So each variable you declare without the value, by default it is a zero. Let's say we do this way. Okay, int and where is a string and where amount is float. Okay, so I didn't assign any value to the variable. So what is the value for each variable now? Let's see. My age is zero. Is it because it's an integer? First name is empty, so it's a single empty value because it is a string. Then age type, sorry, amount is zero because it's a float. So float becomes a one of the numeric. So it's then you see the types. Age types is an integer, and the first name is a string, and then amount is float 64. So this is a zero value in Golang. Okay, so now we see how the variables are declared in the Go language. Okay, so next I'm going to the next one we are going to see about the scope of the variables. So in the scope of the variables, every programming language they have a scope variables like where this variable can access, where it cannot access. So that's what we are going to see in the example. So I have say I have a created this main go, then I have a one more directory test, and I have a hello here. So what I'm going to do here, I declare one variable. So pi is equal 3.14. So for now, I just assign the pi value to the variable is a pi. Okay, then we are going to use this variable into import this variable into the other package. Okay, let's go to the main program now. Okay, what I'm going to do, so I just remove all this. Okay, we see first scope on the same package. Okay, so I'm going to declare one more function, simple. Okay, then here where total is equal 10, fmt dot println total is total. Okay, so the same what I'm going to do now here. So definitely we'll get the error message. Do you know why? Because the total variable used in this block only in this function. It's not so you cannot access outside of this function. So this is a local scope. Okay, right? Let's try it. Okay, you see compile the error. So if you want to see the error, let's we do it. Okay. So you see, this is undefined total, so we cannot execute this. So compiler error, compiler through the error message. So what we need to do to access for this? Let's say I'm going to do this way, where total is equal 20 now. Then you see error is gone. So what happened here? The total value is 10, and here the total value is 20. Let execute because this total is from the package level variables. So is this variable can assign within the package anywhere. Okay, but one thing is notice, please try now to use the same variable in both places like outside scope and inside scope. So okay, please try now to use it. Use the different variables. Okay, or unless it is necessary, then you use it. Is a 20. Oh, then we call this, sorry. So total is a 10. This is from the simple function. Then total is a 20. It is from the this total variable. Okay. Okay. So now how we can, so now we saw that is we are accessing the variable is in the same package. How we can access our variables from outside the package, like we can import the variable to the other package. So let's do it. So just now we declared the pi value here in these files. So what is the package name? We didn't put the package name. Okay, so package we put as a hello. Okay. Oh, sorry, we put the folder name. It's best way to declare this way. It's because the directory name is a test, right? So we use the same. Okay, now what I'm going to do here, okay, let's say I just remove all these. Then I'm going to call the pi value here. So pi value is, how to do it here, test.pi. You see? So any variable start with the capital letters, it's a outside scopes. It's a you can export this value to any of the other packages. So you see the package is imported main slash test because in the test package. So let's see the output now. So PA value is 314. So naming convention is one of the key things is in the Go language. So please note that if anything, even the function also, if we start the if the function name start with a capital letter, that can be ex, export into the other packages. So when we see in the function declaration, we will see in detail. Okay, cool. So what is the next? Next, we are going to see like a function, how we can declare the function. What are the way of return types? They have a return with a named values. Okay, so those are the things that we will see in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.